Every 5 seconds, a person in this world goes blind. And a child goes blind every minute. India has an estimated 456 million people with vision problems. 80% of the blindness is avoidable. Sightsavers works to eliminate avoidable blindness and promote equal opportunities for disabled people. Established in 1950 in the UK, Sightsavers globally works in over 30 countries. In India, it has to date reached out to over 50 million persons with potential eye problem and over 36 million treated as a result. In addition, many thousands of irreversibly blind people have received rehabilitation and educational support to enable them to lead lives of independence and dignity.
We've been working in India since the late 1960s, and the core elements of our work include eradication of avoidable blindness, education of blind and visually impaired children, and the social inclusion of disabled people into mainstream society.
A fundamental principle of Sightsavers' work is partnership. In India in particular, Sightsavers works with over 100 organizations across 17 states.
Our partners range from, centers of excellence to governments, to community-based organizations, NGOs, alliances. Our endeavor is to work with partners, learn from them, build the capacity, and together, demonstrate good practice.
Sightsavers, through its work in eye health, aims to ensure that good quality eye care service is available to all people as an integral part of the wider health system. Our efforts are towards providing a holistic solution to the challenges faced by people with visual impairments, through providing services to people who need them, training of human resources, be it a community-based worker to a highly skilled ophthalmologist.
मेरा नाम अनीसा है, मैं पहले क्लास में पढ़ती हूँ और जलम से दिखता मेरी मम्मी ने सुई लगा के एड़िया था मुझे यो पाम बढ़ लगा ऐसे।
अनीसा को नहाना पड़ता है और कपड़े पहनाने पड़ते हैं और बाल बांधने पड़ते हैं, खाना खुनाना पड़ता है, सब करना पड़ता है।
तो यार इन्हें कहीं जाऊँ दूँ तो मैं भेजूँ तो कोई नहीं, कभी कोई बस आ मैदान कोई गाँव मार दे सी कोई बक्कर कभी भेजूँ तो कोई नहीं, परेशान कर लिए यार।
अनीसा के लिए इलाज होगा तो हमारे दीवार से कम नहीं होगा, हमारे परिवार के लिए और मम्मी और पापा के लिए बहुत अच्छा दिन रहेगा।
Anisha's family realized she had a sight problem when she was only 6 months old, but guided by religious leaders and local quacks, the family assumed she was blind and kept her confined to the house. 10 years later, in a survey for a Sightsavers project, she was identified and diagnosed with bilateral cataract. She was taken to the Sightsavers partner hospital and operated upon. Anisha was excited to be able to see the world around her.
Disabled people are often the most marginalized in society, and there is a lot of social ostracism, and that's largely because of stereotyping and inadequate expectations from people with disability.
सात आठ वर्ष પછી આંખ ગઈ મારી તો અત્યારે લગભગ મને 32 વર્ષથી આ સ્થિતિમાં છે મેં પછી ઝઘડા સિવારો સાથે મુલાકાત થઈ ત્યાર પછી અમને ટ્રેનિંગ આપી ત્યાર પછી હું ટાટાવાડી ગયો ને ટાટાવાડી ગયો તો ટાટાવાડીમાંથી મને મદદમાં પોતે મકાન ને ઘંટી મળી છે મને એક હિંમત આવી કે મારું પોતાનું ઘર મને મળ્યું ઘંટી ધંધો મળ્યો એટલે 50 રૂપિયાનું મેં ધરી શકું એટલે એટલો મને ફાયદો થયો.
Support from Sightsavers was not just in terms of financial assistance. Sightsavers' suggestion helped us put into action many innovative ideas.
Today, we live in an age where thanks to technology, we are able to create a system where the blind, if given the right impetus, the right opportunities, would be able to function as effectively as the sighted counterparts in professions and vocations as diverse as management, law, accountancy, teaching, paramedical professions, a whole range of other activities.
Mohit's parents knew he had some vision problem when he was about 4 years old. Diagnosed as retinitis pigmentosa, Mohit started to lose his eyesight gradually. By the age of 13, he had lost almost 80% of his vision, and studying in a mainstream school became difficult.
When I completed my 10th grade, I came to contact with Enable India, where I started getting exposure to technology like computer and screen reading softwares. In Enable India, I got exposure for this life skills training through Sightsavers. After the completion of that training, I was placed in Wipro Technologies for IT recruitment division for sourcing.
Mohit is part of my team, not because of his disability, but for his different talents and abilities that he brings to the table. I think he's an excellent resource. He does the job very well. Really feel happy if more such Mohits are there in my team.
In order to build an inclusive society, we need to start at the most basic level. Education is a prerequisite to success and social mobility.
Sightsavers currently supports over 1,800 visually impaired children in mainstream education system, and more being added each year, thus enabling disabled children to have the opportunity to receive a quality education within the wider education system.
राइमल जो है तो साइट सेवर्स की ओर से सेवा रूरल को 2003 में प्रोजेक्ट मिला।
उसको एक क्लासरूम में पहली बेंच पे उसको बेंच पे बिठाया और उसके साथ आम स्टूडेंट की तरह हमने उसके साथ अच्छा व्यवहार किया।
और उनको जो स्कूल में हेल्प पढ़ाई में जो तकलीफ हो रही थी उसके लिए हमने उसके पेरेंट्स का काउंसलिंग किया है, टीचर्स के साथ बात किया और राइमल को भी समझाया कि अपनी जो बची हुई दृष्टि है उनसे कैसे उसका उपयोग करें।
Inclusive education is an education model where the child studies in the local environment alongside sighted peer. An environment where the child belongs to and is comfortable, enabling the child a holistic mainstream development.
On a wider scale, we work with membership organizations. These are organizations of people with disability, so that we work on building leadership, because that's what is most critical. You know, if you build leadership among people, they can talk and act for themselves. That's what we endeavor. And through that leadership, when people are able to articulate and express their desires and their rights, that's when we are able to bring about policy change, whether it is with the government or whether it is with other important policy makers.